Hey, good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm trying to get back in the flow of things. So, hope everybody's okay. Excuse me. Sure. Just making sure everything is good. Yep, and yep. All right. So, man, where do we begin? Probably where we would have ended. Wait, let me see if I can turn this down a little bit more. There we go. All right. All right. So, today. So, we'll go back out to a daily. Let's start there. Couple of things that I'm going to be looking for at the open, but start on the daily. So we basically, long and the short, this was Monday's range. Obviously overnight, not even overnight. This manipulation and basically Tuesday becoming currently low of the week, and it looks like we actually, if you're looking from a weekly profile perspective, we may actually be, excuse me, bullish for the next couple of days. Albeit Wednesday and Thursday potentially, but I know we've got economic news Thursday. But this drop, a lot of this happened between like 7:45 through like 8:30 last night on certain individuals' conversation and talk about tariffs and other such things. So basically sitting at a like I said, a Tuesday low of the week from a weekly profile perspective. What that ultimately meant for us today was obviously a lot of bullish price action. So this manipulation leg that I've just kind of marked out as manual liquidity, manipulation from basically the Globex last night, and then also primarily from the Globex last night. This is the extreme of that, and I just marked out like basically here, initial balance and initial balance. So if we're looking currently at today, PM session already marked out, but PM buy side has been swept as well as the initial balance has been swept. So if looking directionally for a bias, it's a gamble, honestly, to trade the manipulation here at Globex Open, because for all intents and purposes, like, we should be looking for bullish price action, but I'll just say we have to see. This is the 4 p.m. candle, so if we get an open inside 6 p.m. open inside with a potential or a possible 5-minute sweep of this 4 p.m. buy side, sweeps out maybe that 6 p.m., I would consider looking for something like a turtle soup or a market structure shift. And my terminus honestly would be the 4 p.m. low, or if we get maybe the 6 p.m. candle closure further in. But ultimately, you could be looking at taking out the New York PM sell side liquidity, because we've already, as I said, we've already taken out buy side. Overall context could also be, if we are looking at bullish delivery, we almost don't want this taken, because it literally, like, I use certain times to kind of point me literally in the right direction or show me the way, so to speak. So I'm really going to be looking to see how Globex Open treats the 4 p.m. because that's going to determine whether or not I even consider taking a trade out of the combine or if we just stay in a practice account. Because honestly, after last night, I'm not paranoid, but I am to take a position because there was some conversation today at 4:00. I don't know what it was. I don't know what was said, but you know, maybe you don't know, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of jump on with you guys. Got something going on with my my camera. I was trying to get that situated, but I guess I'll check on that maybe after this. This may be a shorter live, and yeah, I might just I don't know. We'll see how we're getting ready to open here.
The markets are open.
Like right now. Yep. Massive up top. Oh man, look at this. All right, so I'm just gonna switch over to my combine now. So this is either going to deliver all the way back here, and then we still kind of have a framework, honestly. We do have a framework. The 6 p.m. is the framework candle. So let's see how let's see how this first 5 minute plays out. Because what we could see is if the 605 closes below and it closes inside, we can look for we could look for deeper shorts, which should at least, in my mind, take out the PM sell side. Let's see. So that's 415. Okay. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Actually, it's 2, 1. Yeah, I can get rid of that. It's going to be really interesting if this if this runs away, which I guess it could. We got about another little over a minute before this candle closes. So $21. $8.20. All right, and closure. Yeah, that's a closure inside. So
Order filled.
I'm gonna take this, and that might be too. Yeah, that's actually that's a little too risque, but what I'm doing is I'm leaning on this closure, but that really doesn't mean crap. That's my objective. And obviously, just like any other time, like I think for me, it'll be like a one and done tonight. Typically it is. So regardless of the outcome. All right, 2 minutes before this candle closes. And I know the conventional wisdom would be kind of what it's doing right now, which, you know, you would say, okay, well, if it takes this and it soups this, why wouldn't you target this? The only reason is because we have a previous candle that's taken a high, and I'm looking at this as a high. There's not really a definitive low, but this would be a higher high. So I'm leaning probably a little bit more on candle structure right now. And also, obviously, leaning on um, a manipulation aspect of the open as well. So that's I mean, I don't know if anybody would be like, well, why, but that's kind of the explanation. Again, candle structure, the overall structure that was being put in before we closed today, and then essentially a manipulation prior to, maybe this continuation up. So we'll see. All right, about 20 seconds left. Excuse me. All right. So this would indicate to me, like, I'm kind of off my rocker because this can take me out at this point. But again, like, either it does and it's quick, or my idea of the candle structure. But yeah, who knows? Excuse me. Yeah, I've just been feeling a little under the weather. Like yesterday, like I said, I didn't feel particularly well, and kind of still don't today. Yeah, we were wrong. I was wrong, potentially, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, I don't have to wait until it gets to my stop to, you know, but we'll give it, we'll give it a minute. About another 2.5 before we close. Now, I will tell you, I will say this, and this is where, it just kind of depends on comfort and what you're looking at. So, if you look here, this looks like right now it'll close inside, and it's preceding the low of the 6 p.m., which puts us back in this candle range. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of times, the earlier me would have just I would have just gotten out, and then that's not a bad move, especially if you're trying to preserve capital or whatnot. But sometimes you take yourself out without just kind of allowing price action to kind of play for a minute and see what it's actually doing, because it could show you, it could look like it's doing one thing and it could be doing something else. So, all right, coming up on about a minute before candle close. Yeah, we're inside a minute. So again, it doesn't necessarily mean probability is on our side. However, again, from a structural point, if it closes inside here, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Doesn't mean that it's going to go right down. It just means that it could play around. It could go grab something else and, come back up. Like right now, it's just popped back up about 30 seconds ago. And 10. Excuse me. Yes, that's like right on the border. It's really right on the border, but we'll probably get run out. Like if there were ever a 50-50, like that's it. That is literally it. Yeah, we're probably going to get run out. I'm going to get stopped. I will say it was a bit of an ambitious idea, but I threw myself on the sword, so I can I can live with myself and kind of croak on it as well. So we'll see. I'd have to see some expansion in this candle to actually believe in this. So it's literally gonna have to act like it wants to go downtown. Like you want to go downtown on the A train. I don't even know if they have the A train anymore. It's probably named something else. Like Atlantic Avenue Express. I don't know. I miss old New York. Old New York. Where the Sabaret hot dog stands, you had to wonder if they were actually like fresher hot dogs or if those were the ones that you had to mess around, end up with dang fever or something from consuming them. I'm already in it. I'm in it. I was a little ambitious just based on how we closed during regular trade hours. So yeah, I'm already in. I'm just targeting to see if we come back into the 4 p.m. candle and clear out the PM. That's it. How you doing today or this evening? about a minute and a half before this candle closes. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah. All right, about 45 seconds. Took a loss around 4. Don't know where. Oh, I can tell you where the volatility. where are you located? Because I can tell you where the volatility came from. Where you located? I'm not laughing at you. I'm, you know. Canada? Okay. So if well, I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you what I did early this morning. I knew when we looked earlier, or when I looked Sunday, I don't remember seeing this particular individual speaking today. However, kind of like after 7:30, 8 p.m. last night, we, had the news of certain taxation plans. I'm trying to be not PC. I just don't want to mention certain things. So there were individuals that talked about certain taxation, and that happened last night. Well, that same individual spoke today at 4 p.m. So that's probably what happened. More or less, that's what happened. So I wasn't necessarily playing catch up today, but there were certain runs today that, just based on how I was looking and reading price, like didn't I don't want to say succinct, like I knew where they were going, but yeah. No, knew not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm one of those speculators where I'm literally just off of price action and technicals. So when it comes to certain things, and like obviously I'm going to be mindful of like red folder news, like the FOMCs, the CPI days, like stuff like that, yes. But if there's certain people speaking, I'll just not do anything, and I can just sit and watch, and whatever happens. But that gentleman took it upon himself just to, I guess, schedule a speech or whatever at 4. And yeah, that's what happened with that. So I don't know. Maybe I could try to do a little bit of foreshadowing. So honestly, I think if this position kind of plays out, um, my strategy, I usually use session liquidity levels. So I'll use anything from basically previous day, and I just use basic price action and order flow. So I'll look at basically what the weekly profile will show, um, and then start looking at intraday levels from whatever the structure is producing. So like I said, if it's a previous day high or low, I'll use that and then just try to frame it within the context of, if it's an AM session, New York pre-market, see if there's any kind of liquidity that's being swept or a specific accumulation at a certain level. So I just trade price action and liquidity. And I do that, again, just based around session and session ranges. I like to just try to see if I can follow order flow, and then if it looks like price is tipping its hand, I just try to follow that. I wish I had like a name where, when somebody will ask me what my strategy is, I wish I had a name where I could just tell them it's the Golden Goose 3MA. But I don't have anything like that. You're just kind of stuck. And the crazy thing is, today's Tuesday, Wednesday. There's no big news tomorrow, I don't think either. I think there's something like, what is it? Like the 3-month auction or 3-month auction bill, something. But there's nothing major until Thursday. My approach to pass an eval account, for me, what I did was I just used, which I still like incorporate, candle range theory will help you. It's just a matter of picking. So like for futures, futures you can start with, and I'll tell you the name of the channel, which does a lot better explanation. But there's a YouTube channel called The Soup Room that talks about candle range theory. And pretty straightforward. It's cut and dry, gives you the criteria for it. My criteria for candle range is similar, but it's a little different. So, but like, just to finish that thought, I'm sorry. You can start with a 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, and then obviously that candle is going to close at 10. So you can wait until 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. See if either the buy or the sell side is taken, and ultimately you're looking for a soup. You're looking for basically a wick through and a closure back inside. So you can drop down from a 4 to a 15 or a 5-minute. And you're literally just targeting the opposing side liquidity at a range. Now that, like I said, that will work on any financial instrument. I've used that just in a paper trade on like copper futures. It works on NQ. I actually passed my first combine using candle range theory. So that would be something that I would suggest, because there's no real ambiguity with it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those cases where either the liquidity was swept or cleared or it wasn't. And ultimately, when you do look at something like candle range, like just to show you here, I'm trying to be optimistic, so I'm going to use the candle we'd like to see this close back inside. But what can I do? Because I want this to go down, so I'll just do it this way. So this large bullish candle here, from if you could just picture, like, let's just say that this was, say, that 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, and you had 10 a.m. that took out the high here, it closed back inside. When you drop down to even on this 5-minute, all you're waiting to do is just to make sure that, basically you've got a closure inside, and your probability or your expectancy is to see price continue to work its way to this low and take it out. Like I said, it's obviously, it's like everything else in the trading space. It's not 100%. It doesn't work all the time. But if you pair candle range theory with market structure, or with I refer to it as practical order flow, which just means, like, however price is delivering, like, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If you do that, I would tell you just to kind of go in and you could back test it. You don't even have to do anything like market replay. You could literally just look at past price and see, what happened at certain levels. So, like I said, that would be my suggestion. And kind of on cue, it doesn't necessarily mean, but this candle here just closed inside here. So just have to see what this, see what happens. So that could be a move back up to pair price with this candle. You can see this continue to fall. The one good thing about a candle closure actually below this candle back in this range, no fair value here, which could provide a decent run short if that's what price wants to do. So yeah, I hope that helped you, Punjabi. I hope everybody is well this evening. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This will either be I was going to say maybe about 10, 15 minutes ago, be like, this is either going to be like a quick one, or, this is going to be like we're building an ant farm colony kind of position, which means it's going to take a while. Yeah, because we got like another 2.5 minutes. So, yeah, I would say this is still like a 50-50. And actually, I'm looking right at an example for you, Punjabi. So, forgive the additional horizontal rays on here, but let me, I'll just make this like a bright yellow so you could see it, and make it like a 4. Because I know a lot of people in the space, like they'll talk you through something, don't show you practically. This would be a practical example of what I'm talking about in terms of just looking at a range. So the wicks above, the body closure within, when this candle closed, I said we're kind of like right on the threshold. It's a 50-50, could go either way. But you could say it closed just either at the level or just inside the wick. You had another wick above, candle open, and a candle closure inside the body. So again, you're just looking to see price work its way down. And again, just looking at how price delivers, it's again, if we clear this low and we close, we're going to close back inside the candle that I'm looking to take profit at the low of. So it's kind of compounding and, building a probability, right? Just in terms of like what you think your trade idea is. That would be my idea. But again, have to see. That can all sound great in theory, but obviously we don't know. We're not we're not the composite operators, so we have to just wait and see what happens. All right, and this candle should be closing here in another 5 seconds, so about the example. Oh, where would you place it? So the ideal placement is going to be basically at the wick high. So if we're utilizing this as the idea, depending on the overall structure, you could put it at the first clear, but because there's no closure inside, this is really like you'd want to do it on the first bearish or bullish, just depending on, which direction you're going. So in this case, this closure inside, your stop would literally go just above this high. So it'd be something like candle closure, your stop would go like here, and it'd be something like that. That's what it would look like. And then obviously, like whatever your risk parameters, whatever your risk management is, you'd be able to put it wherever you wanted. But that's, again, just in the theory behind it, that's where your stop would go. I really don't want to speak into existence what this kind of looks like. But it's kind of starting to look like what some people refer to as a head fake. Because just within these candles, you've got a higher and a low, which could, I'm gonna just be honest, I don't want to see it happen, but this could necessitate another high, potentially before short, or the high could run out and then we're just, done. Or it could just continue short from here. It's grabbed, it's taken more interterm liquidity. So it could, don't know. What do you what asset or what instrument do you trade, Punjabi? Matter of fact, what do you guys trade? Is everybody NQ? Is it, you trade futures, you trade metals, trade currency, forex? What do you guys trade? NQ and ES? Okay. Breaker. I'm wondering if so hang on. Let's see. Is that 800? That is. Let's see. I'm not gonna. This is tricky. This is really tricky. Yeah, I think if yeah, it's trying to get out of here. It's trying to get out of here. But now if that closes back inside, that's two passes and a failure. So it'll either close back in or it's going to rip out of here. Either or. Now, obviously, I know everybody's like, duh, it's going to do one. It's going to do one or the other. But now we've got like another minute and 40 before we get the 6:45 candle closure, or excuse me, the 6:45 candle to begin printing. So it's almost acting. Well, I don't have to assume. Let me look. Bear with me just 1 second. I'm just pinching this down because yeah, it's almost it's setting up like it's like this is a breaker. Which if indeed it is, that would be a positive. That'd be good for us. It'd be good for me. Because essentially what that would mean, if in fact that's what this is established, then it should go down. If it can't get through, then we would sell off. So yeah, I think I know y'all are like, what is this we stuff? That's you. Don't bring us into your debacle. Let's see. That's literally my last threshold there. So yeah, we're gonna run out the high. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get faked out. Yeah, 'cause we got less than 2 minutes for this candle to close. Because it could decide at the last minute that it wants to close all the way back inside. It could just be, it's grabbed what was up here. So let's just see. Like I said, I don't mind eating one for the team. So it is what it is. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. All right. All right. Candle closure. And
Order
yeah,
filled.
I'm gonna close there. We'll close there. Like I said, it was a bit ambitious, but yeah, that was the idea. Um, Not to say we still can't get there, but you know, this is more likely at this point. So, and I'm not cheeky enough to say, oh, but I couldn't take the short. Let me take the buy right back up to like, nah, could, but why are we doing that? Not gonna do that. Excuse me. Okay, so that is what is that? 632. Yeah, down 632. So all good. It's a part of the business. And I'm probably just gonna watch for a little bit more just to kind of see um, as we roll into 7 what we're ultimately looking at. Because right now, if we were to define the sessions, this is gonna be your Globex sell side, and this is gonna be your Globex buy side at be your range. And I mean, the only other position I could see myself maybe taking as a second today is a clearly defined soup at this level. And I don't have like a whole lot of confidence. I mean, we're into overnight, obviously electronic trade hours, so not saying that that's not a possibility. I'm not holding out hope for that. And now I'm just looking at this candle, wondering if I was premature, but we'll see. If maybe there's another closure back inside, maybe we can I might consider getting back in, but like at this point it's going to have to be convincing. All right, 30 seconds before candle close. bring us into 655 candle. Yeah, this is closing back inside. That's going to close inside. And this is where it just kind of gets weird because I don't want to chase it. But this is clear. But so is this, and like I said, we've already taken one side, and we've retraced almost 80% of this candle. So, yeah, it wouldn't be the smartest position for me in the world. And like I said, I was kind of swimming upstream from the get-go because I was presuming something that honestly, I presumed something that did not clearly show me that's what it wanted to do. I took basically this 6 p.m. candle closure inside the 4 as, hey, this is probably, it could probably run out. And I was wrong about that. So while I'm a native New Yorker, I do live down here in Florida, and people are going crazy about, potential freezing rain and sleet and the possibility of snow. And I think I'm probably one of the few people here that's actually, I grew up in it. I lived in it. I enjoy it. I haven't seen it for a while since I lived down here, but, I'm excited and they're freaking the hell out. Funniest shit ever. So, if nothing else, trade idea might not have worked out, but I'll still be excited for work tomorrow morning, early in the morning. So by that time, the rain should have abated, and whatever flurry as they were, like I'm very doubtful for it because of the humidity and everything here, but who knows? I might get a gift. Take me back to, my teens and my childhood. Everybody else out here, run outside in their down goose neck coats with the skull caps and earmuffs, like they're going into the damn Arctic. They're just going to the mailbox. Trying to Instagram that 1 or 2 particles or 2. They're not even. It's not even snow. It's not even a snow particle. It's just like it literally looks like it might just be ash, like something's burning. Instagram picture. It's me in the snow. All the comments below. Where? The ground's dry. It just looks like it rained. What are you talking about? I guess you got a dream for something, huh? All right. 20 seconds for this candle, and then 7, and then I don't know. It's almost like price took a damn bathroom break. It just stopped moving. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So this candle will actually conclude like first Globex hour. So now I just kind of wanted to hold off. If it could hold off and let the 705 pierce it and close back inside, then hey, you know, might have something. Take a what the hell position with a little bit of a tighter risk reward than what we had previous. Oh my gosh. This freaking phone, man. Beat it. I guess because I'm waiting for 705, it's going to take like 12 minutes for these next 3 minutes to pass. We might get our wish. This may very well just close inside. And pop out the top. What time? Oh, I was a dumbass. I was dumb. So this is how you potentially better yourself when you realize that you've screwed up. Yeah, I screwed myself up. So we're actually, well, again, there's that we word again, me. So I'm on the wrong side. We've been on the wrong side since here. So I was looking for the shorts back in when we cleared the buys earlier, which was around like 12:45. So when I was talking about this acting like a breaker, it was. So, I mean, I don't take any solace in getting out and saving capital, but I got caught up looking at essentially two candles. I got sucked in, and I did it to myself here. I was looking at the 4, but I was looking at, again, like if the 6 closed back inside for whatever reason. I'm thinking short, but like I said, when we cleared the initial buy side here and we came back in, retested with the PM and moved away, like the 4 PM kind of, so that actually was, this was the tipping of the hand in here. So I don't know, live and learn. And 7:05, and we're still inside, but yeah, I wouldn't take a short at this point. And realistically, I'm not even looking at any longs. Let me go out to a 4-hour to see what we can see. That's a 10. So yeah, that's a 6 a.m. here. And this was a soup on a 6 there. So this could be another extended target. I'm just trying to see what else we could be reaching for or reaching into. Let's get rid of that. And see, I'm trying to see what that's cleared. Anybody? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We have to just kind of wait and see at this point. So wait and see. So I'm not gonna hold you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out, and not sure about the next live. I'll probably post something on the community tab. I'll actually upload this video and show the loss. Before we go, always do P&L. Transparency means something. So again, we're still up 1465 and change. So like I said, things happen, and that actually gives us another it gives us another loss on the 3rd consecutive Wednesday in a row. So here, you know what? I think what we're gonna do is we can do Globex Sunday, we can do Globex Monday, and then Wednesday and Thursday we're just gonna like not touch anything, and then Friday, because I don't know about you guys, but I kind of see a trend here. Do you? I see a trend. So Wednesdays and Thursdays are not our friends. They're like snakes. Yellow next to black is a friend to Jack. Like, yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, not, they don't like us. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, The irony in this, the irony. Most people say Friday is a trap day. I've had good Fridays. No religious pun intended. And most people say don't trade Monday because Mondays are range days and nothing that I don't have problems. Monday, well, technically, these are usually like Sunday Globex trades. So, yeah. So, I guess we just entered it. So, unless we're doing like a tape read tomorrow, there's no combine trade tomorrow. We'll trade tomorrow night for Friday, and yeah, see if we can get back on the winning track. Insane, insane. But I'm gonna listen. That's four. Let's go back down real quick before we hop off. See if and we have. So that's a clear through. Uh-oh. Wow. Do we want to do it, folks? Hmm.
Order filled.
Let's try it. Let's try it. You get to push a little bit lower. We could at least move to break even if that's what's gonna happen. But ultimately, I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm gonna kill it once we get back to like the high. I'm not gonna let it go all the way back up. So about another 2 minutes before this candle closes. And if it's actually a continue down, I'm just kind of looking at the structure. Again, there's just really one spot for a hiccup short, and it's right here. It's right in yeah. So an inverse there, and I mean essentially it could be a low resistance liquidity run short, but getting ahead of ourselves. All right, 40 seconds for candle close. And 30 seconds. See if we get a nice pop here. All right, and candle close. Nice. Love to see a closure through here. Give us an inversion. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to see this. I'd much rather see a push through. So if it's going through, even if it's popping back and forth, I don't really want to see that. We don't want to see that. We want to see it to it and through it. And I'm trying to give it room. But I'm simply meaning like I don't want to bring it to break even. I mean, I can. I'll just reduce my risk to the high. Actually, I'm gonna reduce it to here. That's like $75. So and coming up on 2 minutes before this candle closes. So in terms of an immediate range, it satisfied this one, but it would put us back in this candle. But I need a body closure down here. Well, I need it below here. I need it below that. All right, we've got 1 minute before this candle closes. That'll be enough to cover, literally cover Cover the commission. Yeah, we're out of there. But no other damage done, thankfully. But yeah, that'll do it on the day. So hopefully there was some good entertainment. Like I said, maybe tape read tomorrow. Um, don't know about the commentary, but definitely maybe back Thursday night for Friday. We'll do that. All right. So I hope you guys have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Thoughts on um thoughts on that. So yeah, I have so many thoughts on that. I really do. One thought is, well, just speaking plainly, there's a movie that I actually love. It's an older movie called Boiler Room with Giovanni Ribisi, Nia Long, Vin Diesel, Ben Affleck. Um, and when I heard the story about, you know, said coin and ultimately the ownership, the percentage, you know, nah, trust me, I'm not thinking hard on it. I'm trying not to think about it. Yeah, it's not a yeah, it wasn't a nice thing to do for some people, but absolutely pause. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you.